Well, here we are, back again for another trailer reaction. T- Today, we got the Wolves of Steel versus Above the Line. Let's do this.
The Ultimate Schmoedown team tournament
Yes.
is coming up.
Right.
So I don't know about you, but I feel like we should have gotten those damn belts. It was a little too close for me.
Agreed.
I still really want one. So, I know you're retired and everything for now, but can we have one more go?
All you had to do was ask. Let's do it.
Woo!
Wolves of Steel.
And your winners, the Wolves of Steel.
And Mark Riley, a former Movie Trivia Schmoedown champion here in our midst, who said you were going to retire, you were just going to see this through with Clark to the end of this tournament. Out there, it looked like you didn't miss a beat. You're still as strong as ever. So, what made you decide to come back?
She's awesome. She's the classy one. She deserves a belt. If we can run the table on this thing, get her a belt, that's great. Then my job is done. But, I'm a competitor too. One more run, get another shiny belt, another notch on the shoulder. Hell yeah, we want that.
I agree. I want it. I want that belt. When we lost to the Patriots, I was very sad, and I'm coming for it.
And your winners, Beauty, Riley, and Classy the Wolves of Steel.
As you say, it is all about the teamwork. What we've been seeing from the strongest teams in the league here thus far is that it is about the cooperation and playing into each other's strengths. As you say, when you were not sure of an answer, Clark was right there with the answer for you.
We're glad that it went our way today, but it was, we certainly were nervous going in because, we knew what we were up against. So I think Riley and I both feel like we want another crack at that belt, so it's just baby steps.
I have an option. I'm gonna put you on the spot here too.
Yeah.
I have someone that I think you would actually work with really well.
All right.
And Emma Fife asked this person about a teaming, and the person said, "Well, you know what? I'm not really that good with on the words. I'm usually there to just show up, do the trivia, be there." And that's Drew McWeeny. Drew McWeeny, he was part of Ain't It Cool for a very long time, The Godfather at 3-1. People were touting him as the next best thing, the guy that was going to beat Roca, the guy that was going to beat Merle. They're talking about this guy as the best thing. You're pretty good on that, Mike. You got a lot of flair. I think you and Drew McWeeny would be a tremendous team.
You know what? Let's do it, Drew.
Putting your strengths together was sort of magical.
Well, that was the conversation we had before this, was as we started talking and I realized, oh, okay, so you're strong and I've got this. And just in that first round, it felt like if I didn't know something, Sam did. And so it was a good, I feel like this is the right combination.
And I'm not going to say which ones, but there were a few in round two that if I weren't sitting next to this man, maybe I wouldn't have gotten right away. I might have needed multiple choice.
One.
James Stewart.
And your winners, by way of technical knockout, Sam Ali, Drew McWeeny,
I'm Ken Napzok here for a semifinal match, Christian. This has been a long journey.
It's been a long journey, and these two teams have earned the spot. You've got above the line Drew McQueenie, the Godfather, and the inglorious one Sam Levine challenging up against the Wolves of Steel, now a vet team here in Classy Clark Wolf and the two-time champion Mark Yodi Riley. Look, some people had picked Wolves of Steel to kind of get this far above the line. They didn't really know if they were going to work together. They have proven to you that they do work pretty well together.
Oh, they work pretty well
Yes, they
together. I
do.
can tell you that. They may have robbed my smile from me, but I'm going to find it again, I hope. Wolves of Steel are kind of like that sentimental favorite. I think a lot of people want to see this last run for Riley, maybe, and Clark Wolf deserves all the title shots and all the belts in the world to a lot of fans, and I would agree with that. So I think there's a lot of fan support behind that.
Well, I think that's it. That's absolutely the story, is the fact that they are both some of the most beloved figures that we've had since, Clark Wolf, Rookie of the Year last year, but she's been in this league for now over a year and a half. She's had 2 shots at championship. She's very hungry. I know Clark very well, and I've had these conversations with her. This is the most determined I've ever seen her in the Schmoedown. Mark Riley legitimately was asked by her to do one more shot. They said yes, and here's that run. But they're running into a buzzsaw here with Sam and Drew, but both Clark and Riley have both played Sam before in close matches. Both have defeated him, but it's been close matches. They're very familiar with each other.
Yeah, look, you could see in the past Sam's had some big losses. Drew was anointed, and maybe that's too soon for any competitor. But I saw them firsthand work together. And you ever watch two people fall in love? This is about round 2. They looked each other's eyes and were like, I'm home.
It's funny you say that too, because even on if you listen to the Schmoedown Rundown, when you hear the breakdown of those guys and what they're talking about, they seem like they've been working as a team for a very long time. They're laughing together. They're kind of playing around. They're vibing. Wolves of Steel also vibing. This is going to be a great match. I can't wait. The winner will go on to play either top 10 or team action. That's going to be something. So let's get ready here. Ken, what's the
Team action,
before we get to the
baby.
tape? I want to hear from these competitors. Here we go.
All right, partner. So here we are,
Hey, partner, yeah.
semifinals.
Here we are.
This is my first go round at the semifinals in the tournament, in the team tournament, and it's going to be interesting.
In spite of how it may have seemed, this has not been an easy road. We had 2 very fierce competitors in DC Movie News and Nerds Watch to get here. And today is going to be no small feat. Today, I think, is the real test of our mettle.
And a lot of people counted us out against Slate
Yeah,
Party.
What's up with that?
Well, I think they took out critically acclaimed.
Sure.
And that was a big win for them. And so they just naturally assumed that, well, when you have one good match, you have another good match, and then you just run the table. That's not how it works.
Up until now, we've been figuring the chemistry out as a team, and we've been trying to learn the game as a team. And I feel like each match, we've learned a little bit about how to play this. And I'm glad that this was third, because I do feel like, based on what I've watched, based on the matches I've looked at, we're going to go point for point.
Above the line is 2 serious heavy hitters combined into one.
Yeah.
I've faced Sam one-on-one, which was probably the sweatiest match I've ever had, and that I was very nervous. And Drew is like a monster. So he's the nicest person ever, but he's also a monster at the game.
I have competed against both Clark Wolf and Mark Riley heads up, and they know their stuff. This is where I am very happy to have a man like Drew McQueenie by my side.
So if we can get through these 2, giants in the movie trivia field here in the Schmoedown, which we can do, we are one step closer to the belts.
You know what, Wolves of Steel? Here's what's going to happen today. A goddamn match with a couple of gentlemen and a lady, and it's going to be glorious.
We really wanted to win the belts against the Patriots the first time. We just missed it by this much, and I really wanted it. And now we're getting so much closer. We're getting so much closer, and it would be a real shame if this was the end. So how about make this not the end?
Cheers to that.
A lot of nice words, as we said before. Clark wants that shot at the title. Riley wants another title. Sam and Drew want to prove together they say it. They are a legit team now. They want to prove it one more time. Drew said it as much too. The Wolves of Steel they're in the big leagues right now. In the team league, they're in the big leagues. The Wolves of Steel have played for the titles. Came very close against the Patriots. So here we go. All right, Ken, give me the tail of the tape.
Hey, a lot of respect between these two teams. Wolves of Steel, we kind of know their strengths by now. If you've been fun for a while. Horror thriller, scores and soundtracks, classics, Oscars. They're a very well-rounded team. Above the line, their strengths, well, I can tell you, it's Oscars, it's classics, it's 1970s, it's 1980s, 1990s, 2000s. When were movies made? That's their strength.
All right, well, I'm ready to get going. How about you?
I'm ready.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown! 3 rounds in the semifinals. Introducing first, with a record of 2 wins, no defeats, with 1 knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the Godfather, Drew McQueedy, the Inglorious One, Sam Levine, above the line. Hey, Art.
Calm and collected.
Calm and collected. Both in black. I like this attitude that both of them have. Drew McQueedy and Sam Levine here starting to become a dominant force in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. And their opponents, representing Collider, with a record of 5 wins, 2 defeats, and 2 knockouts. Ladies and gentlemen, Classy, Clark, Wolf, Mark, Yodi, Riley, the Wolves of Steel. Oh, scary and intimidating. Scary and intimidating. What are they doing here? They like to creep out their opponents.
They do. They're creeping me out here a little bit, too.
What is that? Oh, no, nice little funky little dance. Sam doesn't know what's going on. Drew doesn't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on.
Drew might. Oh, we're back to the old classics.
Okay.
Wolves of Steel shirts. I love it. All right.
I love it.
So the Wolves of Steel here.
I'm going to tip Riley after.
Yeah, they're coming in hot here. Again, Sam has experience with both Clark and Riley, so maybe it's a little revenge on Sam's part.
If he's motivated by that. They all seem so nice and respectful here today. They just may the best team win, you know?
All right, well, here we go. Round number 1 works like this. The competitors are going to get 8 questions worth 1 point apiece. They'll have 15 seconds to answer the questions. When it is their time to answer, they will show their answer to the camera, say it at the same time. Do not forget about the JTE rule. Do not forget about the challenge rule. If you need either one of those rules explained, please ask and we will explain them. All right, so Wolves of Steel, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Ready.
Above the line, are you ready?
We are indeed.
Let's get ready to Schmoedown! Delayed reaction from the crowd, but I can dig it. All right, here we go. Question number 1 in the realm of directors. Who directed Dances with Wolves? That was a movie that came out.
It did.
Yeah. I never saw it.
Kevin Costner.
I like to when they remade it as Hot Shots.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and Mark Yodi.
Kevin Costner.
That is correct. Drew?
That would be Kevin Costner.
That's correct. Clark?
Non-English Robin Hood, Kevin Costner.
That's correct. Yeah. And Sam?
Get you a man who can do both. Kevin Costner.
That is correct. All right, so there we go. 2-2 here. And next question.
All right, category is comedies. Who plays Dana's neighbor, accountant Louis Tully, in 1984's Ghostbusters? I wouldn't be able to get this.
You would be.
I wouldn't be
You
able
wouldn't?
to get it.
Did you really not know this?
I wouldn't be able to get it.
All right. I know you haven't. I know. 5,
Rick
4,
Moranis.
3, 2, 1. Drew.
That would be the great Rick
That
Moranis.
is correct. Clark.
The Canadian gem, Rick Moranis.
That is correct. Sam Levine.
Hollywood, we miss you, Rick Moranis.
All right, and Mark Riley.
Come out of retirement, Rick Moranis.
All right, so
Look at that.
4-4 here. 4-4 here. All right, next question. In the category of fantasy sci-fi, in the fantasy comedy Pleasantville, name the 2 actors that played David and Jennifer who get sucked into the 50s sitcom. Is that your new thing?
I just.
It's like one of the Skeksis in Dark Crystal.
Oh, you know that movie scared me. I only saw it once.
Scary.
Yeah, 1985.
No, I don't think that's when it came out.
I don't know. Scott Mansell will tell you.
5, 4, 3, 2,
Tobey
1.
Maguire,
Clark,
Reese
I don't know.
Witherspoon.
Reese Witherspoon, Toby Maguire.
that is correct. Sam Levine.
Reese and Toby.
That is correct. Yodi.
Toby Maguire, Reese Witherspoon.
Drew.
Reese Witherspoon and Toby Maguire.
You got it. All right. There we go.
Perfect so far.
Perfect so far. Next question.
Category is horror thriller. Question 4. Christine Brown gets a curse placed on her soul when she denies an old woman a mortgage extension in what Sam Raimi thriller? This is why I only rent.
You won't do it.
Yeah,
You ever see that horror reaction that you and I did?
it's great.
Pretty fun.
Drag Me to Hell.
4, 3, 2, 1. Sam Levine.
I laughed because Clark and I talked about this one yesterday. Drag Me to Hell.
That is correct. Yodi.
Drag Me to Hell.
Drew.
That would be Drag Me to Hell.
Clark.
Drag Me to Hell.
There you go. All right. So 8 here. Look at that.
Thank
Get
you.
it. Here we are. All right. Here we go. Next question. Next question in action adventure. Who directed Lethal Weapon? Lethal Weapon first. Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, I'm too
Would you
old
got
for this blank. Reference to it. Movie mentioned.
5.
Question.
Good stop. 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down, please. And Mark Yodi Riley.
Richard Donner.
That is correct. Drew.
That would be Richard Donner.
Clark.
Richard Donner.
And Sam.
Where's his star on the Walk of Fame? Richard Donner.
10-10. They have not missed.
No one has missed.
No, not yet. All right, here we go.
All right, guys. Question 6. Category is Oscars. Who won an Academy Award for playing accused spy Rudolph Abel in Bridge of Spies?
Yeah, this is a lot
shit.
of fun to watch these guys.
Yeah, it's intense. The crowd's
It is.
intense. We're intense.
And 5, 4, 3, 2.
Shit, what the hell's his name? Ah,
1. Drew.
Mark Rylance.
That's correct.
Mark
Clark.
Rylance.
Mark Rylance.
Correct. Sam.
Mark Rylance.
Wow, and Mark Yodi Riley.
Mark Rylance.
Mark Yodi Riley has not missed, by the way, since he left. Sorry. So here we go. Next question. Next question. In the category of animated, who voiced Lumiere in 1992's Beauty and the Beast? Looks like only Drew is writing this one down. It's a blank stare here by the rest. 5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question, please.
Who voiced Lumiere in 1992's Beauty and the Beast? Five, 4, 3,
I don't know, John Lovett.
1. Pens down, please. And Riley.
No idea.
Okay, Drew.
Jerry Orbach.
That's correct. Clark.
I didn't he? Okay. Nothing. I thought he
And Sam?
voiced Cogsworth.
No, he did not. And Sam, nothing?
No, I couldn't come up with
Wow.
Jerry's name. I
So
saw exactly
only
what it
Drew.
was.
That is a 1. But that's the first time that these teams have shown that they're human, except Drew McWeeny is still perfect.
Right.
All right, here we go.
Which means we're going to have question 8, guys, which is in the category of famous actors and actresses. Drew playing for a perfect round. What dark comedy stars Meryl Streep, Goldie Hawn, and Bruce Willis? Crowd's finally to life. They don't like that.
They didn't like
question.
that
They
question.
don't
That's
like
all
it.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, Jerry Orbach. That's gonna bother me. So I was
That
rousing,
becomes her.
rousing Lumiere in a camp production of Beauty and the
3,
Beast.
2, 1. Pens down. Sam.
Death becomes.
That is correct. Riley.
Oh, till death do us part.
Oh, Drew.
Oh, yeah.
Death becomes her.
And Clark.
Ding,
That
ding.
becomes her.
Wow. All right. So Drew McWeeny was perfect that round, so he
Right.
will get the question, the bonus question here. All right. So Drew, you're the only one that needs to answer. You don't have to write it down. You can just answer. Here's your bonus question. What is the first film to win the Academy Award for Best Picture?
Wings.
Correct.
Oh,
Wow. Look at that. 16, 13 there. above the line, as well as Wolves of Steel played. I mean, they played incredible in that first round, and they're still down
McNeely's a
3
fucking
points. That's just how
powerhouse.
good above the line.
You know, they're still in the game. That's why
Oh,
they
3
should
points
be. They should be
easily.
scared off.
No.
But impressive from Drews. As
that was
not surprised.
That was scary stuff to watch that happen. Okay, so now we get into round number 2, and it works like this. The competitors will get 6 questions in round number 2, but they will have to spin the wheel in order to get them. Worth 2 points apiece. If you go to multiple choice, it's worth 1 point. You can spin again if you don't like the category you get the first time, unless, of course, you land on opponent's choice. All right, so above the line, you guys have a 3-point lead. Would you like to go first or second?
We will defer.
All right, so the Wolves of Steel are going to have a chance here to go. Clark, give it a good spin. Good spin by Clark.
Solid spin.
They did it. They did it.
Spin again. Spin again. Spin.
All right. Are you guys? Do you want to stay, or do you want to?
I guess we're assuming.
Yeah, we're assuming.
I'm pretty sure that was Clark.
What?
What?
Well, all right, we'll stay.
You're gonna stay. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. So you're gonna get 6 questions in the realm of horror.
This round is not an ace in the hole.
Wasn't that great for us a couple rounds ago, but we'll see what happens.
All right, guys. Number 1. Based off the characters created by George A. Romero, what now popular director wrote the screenplay
Zack Snyder.
for 2004's Dawn
Zack
of the
Snyder.
Dead?
James Gunn.
2 points.
Oh, shit.
All right. Who plays FBI agent Will Graham in
Edward
2002's
Norton.
Red Dragon?
Edward Norton.
Edward Norton.
2 more points. Two more points. All right. What does Hank set ablaze at the end of A Simple Plan?
A forest? I'd have to go multiple choice on that one.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, a wrecked airplane, B, a house, C, money, D, clothes?
Money.
That's correct for 1 point. All right. Okay, question number 4. What is the name of the novelties company in Halloween 3, Season of the Witch?
Silver Shamrock.
2 more points. Oh, wow. All right, so number
Happy Halloween.
All right. Number 5. Here we go.
Gotta love Clark.
All right. In Nightmare on Elm Street, what was the first item Nancy brought back from her dream?
His hat.
2 more points. Wow, look at this.
Look at that.
Final question here. Final question. Who played Paul Walker's father, Judge Lytton Mandrake, in The Skulls?
Whoa.
Deep cut there.
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Jeff Bridges, B,
Craig
Robert
T.
Duvall,
Nelson.
C, James Caan,
Craig
D,
T.
Craig
Nelson.
T. Nelson?
Craig T. Nelson.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Okay. Who played Paul Walker's father, Judge Lytton Mandrake, in The Skulls? A, Jeff Bridges, B, Robert Duvall, C, James Caan, D, Craig T. Nelson?
James Caan.
Correct.
Craig T. Nelson.
For 1 point.
We're still.
There you go. So 22-17 there now. But a great round by the Wolves of Steel as above the line now. He's going to get a chance to spin. All right, so Drew, please give it a spin. There we go. See that dreaded 70s this time.
Yeah, it's on there. I noticed that. But other decades are.
Spinner's choice. Second one in a row. They've got Spinner's choice again. Spinner's choice again for
You
both
know
the line
they're
might be the
going
luckiest
70.
team we have in the Schmoedown.
I mean, they're chosen by the gods. The fates are in their corner.
It is. 22-17, 5 points, and they're looking for something big here. What do you got, guys?
We're gonna do the 80s.
The 80s. Big strength for Sam, obviously, and it might be a strength for Drew considering he hosts a show called 80s All Over. So
Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Oh.
Here
Why am I just learning about this now? I'll send you a link. Okay, great.
All right, guys, you're going to get 6 questions in the category of 1980s movies. In the 80s, River Phoenix played a teenage version of Harrison Ford in Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. In what film did he play Ford's son?
The Mosquito Coast.
2 points.
Correct.
There
2
you go.
points. Who plays the rookie pitcher in Bull Durham?
Tim Robbins.
Tim
That is
Robbins.
correct.
That is correct. 2 more points.
All right.
All right. In which 1980s comedy do Dan Aykroyd and
The
John
Great
Candy play
Outdoors.
bickering brother-in-laws
The
on
Great
vacation?
Outdoors.
Great Outdoors.
2 more
That is
points.
correct. 2 more.
Question number 4.
All right, guys.
Very old.
Fourth question. What 80s action comedy features the characters of Jack Walsh, Jonathan Mardukas, and Marvin Dorfler?
Midnight Run.
That is correct. 2 more points for you
Rich
guys
Gallo,
there.
baby.
Fifth question. Which member of the Goonies in the wishing well says the following? Yeah, you know what? This one right here. This was my dream, my wish, and it didn't come true. So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
So Sean Astin's character, what the hell's his name?
5, 4. Oh,
Sure can. That will be their second. Repeat. Which member of the Goonies in the wishing well says the following? Yeah, you know what? This one right here. This was my dream, my wish, and it didn't come true. So I'm taking it back. I'm taking them all back.
5, 4.
You need the actor name or the character name?
Character name. 3, 2.
Mouth.
That's correct.
Man.
His real name is Clark.
That's right. That's right. All right. So this is the final question.
Yes. This is your final one. 6th question. What is the name of the large beast that Sarah befriends in Labyrinth?
Five, 4.
We'll take multiple.
A. Ludo. B. Ambrosius. C. Sir Didymus.
Ludo?
D. Hoggle.
It's Ludo.
That's correct for a point.
Poor Clark Wolf. That's one of our favorite movies.
That's right.
And a 6-point lead above the line is just unbelievable.
It's
All right, so 28-22, it really is, because the Wolves of Steel have been playing phenomenal.
yes.
All right, so now we get to round number 3. Round number 3, we're going to go like this. The competitors are going to get 3 numbers from 1 to 20. The first one is worth 2 points, the second one is worth 3, and the final is worth 5 points. All right, above the line, you guys are in the lead here. Please pick 3 numbers from 1 to 20.
We're going to go 9, 3, and 12.
9, 3, and 12. And Wolves of Steel. Here we go, Wolves. 5,
6, 11, and 14.
4,
11, 4, 19.
11,
Good
4,
numbers.
and 19. All right, so I'll ask the Wolves.
I got one
All
of
right, the
them.
Wolves of Steel will go first here in order to try to avoid the TKO, down 6 points here. So now we are going to start with number 11. Number 11 for the 2-pointer, and that's holiday movies. Who's going to take it out of the Wolves of Steel? Holiday movies.
I'll take it.
All right, Mark Riley's going to take it. Holiday movies. In Home Alone, who plays Gus Polinski, a polka band player who offers to take Kate back to
John
Chicago?
Candy.
John Candy.
2 points. Yeah, 2 points. All right, so coming back here, they're gonna have to get this one. All right, so Clark Wolf now is going to get the 3-pointer for rom-coms. Rom-coms. All right, rom-coms, Clark, for your 3-pointer. Who was opposite Julia Roberts in
Hugh
Notting
Grant.
Hill?
Hugh Grant.
For 3 points. All right. All right. And now your 5-pointer. Your 5-pointer in order to send it back to above the line. However, if they miss, then above the line will win via TKO Here is the 5-pointer. 5-pointer is category 19. That's Pixar movies. Pixar movies, here we go. All right, so your final question. In Toy Story 3, who voiced the Ken doll?
Michael Keaton.
For 5 points. Look at that. So there we go. So Wolves of Steel were able to get all three. We're just still in the distance. This is the same thing
Great
that
round,
as
Wolves.
the Nerds Watch had done. Got all 10 points, but now Above the Line has a chance to fight back here and win. So now we go to Above the Line, who chose their first category. Ken, that was category 9.
That is scores and soundtracks. Scores and soundtracks. Who will be taking that one?
I'm in.
Drew, you'll be taking the 2-point question. 2-point question. Lisa Loeb's Gen X hit Stay plays over the closing credits of what Winona Ryder movie?
Reality Bites.
That's
2
correct.
points.
2 points.
All right. So now it just comes down to Sam Levine, who can win the game here with the 3-pointer. If he nails the 3, Sam and Drew will win and advance to the finals.
All right. This is, you chose the number 3. That is comic book movies.
Perfect.
3-point question.
That's what he was hoping for.
3-point question. What Firefly and Serenity Star provided the voice to one of the Klein prisoners in Guardians of the Galaxy? What Firefly and Serenity Star provided the voice to one of the Klein prisoners in Guardians of the Galaxy?
Nathan Fillion.
5, 4, 3.
Alan Tudyk.
That is incorrect. Incorrect. Looking for Nathan Fillion.
Wow.
Nathan
Guys, it was a 50-50 shot.
50-50.
So now it comes down to the 5-pointer for Above the Line. If they hit it, they win the game. If they miss it, the Wolves of Steel will make it to the finals. Wow, final question, Ken. Here we go.
All right, guys, you chose number 12. That is the category of movie characters. Movie characters. 5 points. Name the film in which you'll find suburban characters with names like Lester Burnham and Frank Fitz.
That would be Best Picture.
Shit. What the hell's the name of that movie again? American Beauty.
Winner, American Beauty.
And your winner!
Yes!
Advancing into the finals, Sam Levine in Glorious One and the Godfather, Drew McQueenie, Above the Line! Wow, they have done it. They have done it here, beating the Wolves of Steel.
Great fucking
by
match.
3 points, 35 points. They have now beat the record. They beat Top 10's record of 30 points. That is the most points scored in teams of all time. 35
Wolves, I'm sorry.
points, but in order to do it,
You
they
played
have to beat
great.
the Wolves of Steel, who scored 32.
I just gotta tell you, it's standing applause.
It was a great match.
Both teams. That
It was a
big-
great match.
That was 2 titans.
They both played super, super tough. Amazing match there, both. Clark Wolf was on fire. Riley was on fire. Drew McQueenie, Sam Levine, nobody had a bad game.
No, you have to wonder for Riley what the future holds. I'm curious to hear what he has to
Well,
say.
we're going to find that out in a second, but we're also going to find out what's the future for Above the Line. They're 3-0 now, beating really quality teams here. Now they sit back and they wait to see who wins between Top 10 and Team Action. That's something. If I'm Top 10 or Team Action, I'm not too excited to get to the finals right now. Unbelievable. All right, so Jen Sturger is back there with both Above the Line and Wolves of Steel. Here we go.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? I'm Jen Sturger here with Above the Line. Guys, that was an incredible match. You got to be pretty pumped at the result.
That was a lot of fun, and it was exactly what we thought it would be ahead of time, which was point for point we go opposite them, like right down to the last moment, and that's what we thought it would be.
And you had an incredible match. This is 2 perfect matches for you. Do you feel like there's a little bit of pressure mounting at this point?
Yes, definitely. But one of the things that's been really great is the momentum when you start to feel that happen. I think is really energizing, and so it's been these have been the most fun matches I've had so far.
Were you a little bit nervous now when they hit hard that second round?
Oh, we were very nervous when they hit hard that second round because that was pretty much the same as us hitting Spinner's Choice.
As soon as they said that, look, Clark is great at what Clark knows, and she has a level of depth and expertise there that I knew even if they threw her hard questions, she'd have it. So they really came out swinging as a team, and that was a crazy round for her.
And the fact that we were able to steal a point on that round is nothing short of a miracle.
Now, are the Wolves just that good, or were they just getting lucky out there?
Oh, they're that good. They have everything. Literally, I think it was the we came very close to missing one, and I think thank God we had a team situation because Sam really talked me off the ledge, and it would have made all the difference. So one question can make the difference
One
out there.
question would have turned that game around.
Now, Sam, you had a little bit of a rough time in the third round. Were you freaking out a little bit at that point?
No, I wasn't too freaked out because, I knew we still had the 5-pointer, and the fact that we could confer over the 5-point question. I knew even if I missed the 3 points, and, once again, that was a 50-50 shot for me. I knew it was either Alan Tudyk or Nathan Fillion, and I'm not familiar enough with the movie to be, I know that sound, so I took a shot, and unfortunately it was wrong, but I felt okay knowing we had the 5-pointer still.
Now, going into the finals.
Yeah.
Who would you rather face? There's some tough competition still.
I've seen both teams in action. I think no matter, pun not intended, but I think no matter who we go up against, it is going to be genuinely a test of what we've put together so far.
But the trash talking will be much higher with team action.
Of course, magnificent, epic levels of it. Well, it depends. I think they towards us. As far as us towards them, we've got somebody who's carrying a grudge. So.
Yeah, about that grudge over there.
Yeah.
Sam,
so
who would you rather face?
Here's why I'd like to play against Team Top 10. I've never actually played John Roca, but if you've ever been on the Schmoedown and been sitting at the desk and Roca is anywhere in the building, he will act as if you have played John Roca and lost. And that shit stops now, John Roca. Calvin Klein, get the fuck out of here. I want to see you in the ring, sir.
Not bitter at all. Oh, Wolves of Steel. That was a tough match.
Yeah, that match sucked. That sucked, man. To play that damn good, and I mean, hats off to Above the Line. I mean, those guys are good, but to play that damn good and lose, fucking sucks, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's how you know you're playing a really good team. Is you can have a good game and still not win.
Yeah, one of our best.
I think it's a bummer because mathematically, if we hadn't given up a handful of those points, we would have won.
Yeah.
We would have won by 1 point.
Yeah.
When you play these matches, every single point counts. I think we played it safe when maybe we shouldn't have.
Yeah, we should have gone on that. We knew simple plan. We knew it, and we played it safe. We shouldn't have played it safe. Not with a team like that. I'll be watching them, but man, does that just kiss my ass.
Yeah, I think when you guys landed on Hara that second round, everyone just assumed it was a perfect round. It was going to be in the bag, and like you said, Clark, those questions are much harder than people. They just assume because you're an expert at it that you're just going to nail all of them. But that's a hard round.
Yeah, it's definitely a hard round, and also, I mean, it's not just straight horror movies. You're definitely getting into thriller as well. You're getting outside the box, and it's not a lock. But we felt like with the randomness of the wheel, what were our odds of spinning something that could have been just as good? We could have got something that we didn't feel good. We could have gotten opponent's choice.
Right.
So we decided to sort of stick there, and I don't think that was a mistake. I think we did a pretty good job.
No, you gotta look.
We picked up 1 point in that round.
Yeah, exactly.
And let's be real, Above the Line is a strong team. Am I right?
They're a very strong team, but we know we could have beat them. We're the best, one of the best teams in here. And like I said, I will put Sam Levine and Drew McWeeny are two of the best competitors in this tournament. Two of the best guys ever. But competitive, no, we want to win. We could have won, and that's what really sucks.
Mark, you've talked about it a little bit, and there's been rumblings about it, that this could have been your last match, What's next for Wolves of Steel, and what's next for you?
Well, yeah, unfortunately, I got to stick to what I said and what I need to do, which is step down for a while. So I will be. I got to be doing a lot more work at Collider. Like I've said, I really wanted that belt. The thing that stings so much is to get that close and letting my partner down, because I've been wanting to get that belt on her shoulder.
Not let me down.
Well, thank you. She's the best, the classiest in the business. You're going to watch her go far. I really don't know what to expect with Wolves of Steel. For now, I got to step down, but I'm going to watch her kick ass through the tournament because she's on fire and deserves a belt.
Yeah, Clark, speaking of, you have that big match coming up against Brienne. How are you feeling going into that?
Yeah, I mean, look, it's never fun to play when you're coming off of a loss, but I think that I'm ready to jump into the singles tournament for right now, and this will be a good first match. So hopefully I'll stick it out, and it'll be a fun tournament.
Well, if anybody could do it, it's the classy one because she's the best in the biz, and it's been a pleasure being your teammate. Come here, give it here. Yeah, one day.
Oh, getting emotional up here. Wasn't prepared for this. All right, back to you guys.
All right, we're going to talk about above the line, but I mean, that was what we expected. Mark Riley officially calling his retirement, saying that is the last time we're going to see the champion for a while now. He's going to step back. Clark Wolf has the singles tournament. She's going to be playing Brianne Chandler in the first round. It was a little emotional seeing them there. They said goodbye to one another as far as a lot of great memories that they had. They were a team member back in the decision. So it was bittersweet for me seeing a great team like above the line, but then seeing some of the best. I mean, Wolves of Steel is one of the best teams we've ever had.
And all the leaves have turned, and the ground is gray, or whatever the song is. It's not a music trivia contest. So it's very sad.
It was very sad, but then the opposite side of that is watching above the line and how excited they are. They broke the scoring record. Jen, of course, asked them about that. They did that right after top 10. And you knew Sam was going to take some shots at Roca because that's what Sam does. And the fact that he could rub it in now to Roca, and the fact that he just beat them. Now they're a young team. They've been in this league now for like a little over a month, and they've broken the scoring record. They're 3-0. They're going to the finals, possibly against Roca. Who the hell knows? But this is a fun little rivalry we have between Sam Levine and Roca here.
It absolutely is. Fun being the key, right?
Fun being well, I mean, I don't think that they would say that, but it's fun to watch. And then Drew McWeeny, who is just on a mission. I mean, maybe it is time to say maybe those accolades when he first came into it. Maybe it's okay to give him those because I mean, you see what he is doing. Clearly, the MVP so far in the tournament this year.
Yeah, I absolutely, I'm stunned.
All right, guys. So above the line, going to the finals. Who are they gonna play? Will it be team action? Will it be top 10? What's gonna happen?
Action,
What's
baby.
gonna happen with Clark Wolf? Is she just gonna go
Army.
into singles? Will she have a new teammate?
Well, that's another Schmoedown reaction. Two great teams in a climactic battle. So until the next time, peace.